Vibrations worry the workers. Vibrations worry the workers.
Alright, welcome to Channel 69 News, where we work hard to please your needs.
Construction needs, that is.
I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy.
Today we will be covering the topic of vibrations.
Not those kind of vibrations. Keep your belts buckled, folks. We'll be talking about vibrations in the workplace.
Please, Ron, it's those kind of vibrations that got us kicked off Channel 4 News in the first place.
It's not my fault. You were wearing your new furs.
Not again, Ron.
Today, we're going to be covering two types of vibrations. Hand-arm vibrations.
And whole body vibrations. Since I'm the smart one of the two of us, hand-arm vibrations is the transfer of vibrations from tools to a worker's hand and arm.
Now, taking it live to someone who actually is an expert, Brianna Fantana, kinesiologist, is going to share more about hand and arm vibrations.
Thanks, Ron. I'm Brianna Fantana reporting live from location. Great intro on hand-arm vibrations. Vibrations are most common in jobs that require regular and frequent vibrating tools and equipment. For example, as seen on this construction site. Here I have with me Harneet Tamlin, a construction worker who is an expert in vibrations.
Hi, everyone just calls me Brick Tamlin because my hands usually just feel like bricks because of all the side effects of vibrations.
Okay, Brick, what does a typical day of a construction worker look like?
Well, on this construction site, I'm usually a drill operator, so I use a lot of handheld vibrating tools, I guess, and I developed quite a reputation for drilling here, and I guess I'm really affected by vibrations in the workplace.
All right, let's head back to the studio for Brianna's Kin Corner to learn some more.
So why don't you tell me about the actual symptoms you have from these vibrations?
Well, I experienced blanching on one or more of my fingers, or I like to call them bricks. I also have a loss of sensation in my fingers, and I lose my grip strength. And at the end of the day, I lose a lot of sleep due to all the pain I feel in my arms and hands.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, all these symptoms can be classified into three types of health effects caused by hand-arm vibrations. These include vascular, neurological, and musculoskeletal abnormalities.
It's really interesting. Tell me more about it.
Well, all right. The most common health effect is a vascular abnormality known as vibration syndrome, white finger, or Raynaud's syndrome. This occurs when operators are holding handheld vibrating tools, such as the drill you've got there. Vibrations can change the muscle, tendon, bone, and joints and nervous system components of your body. Excessive exposure to vibrating forces, especially when they're greater than 500 hertz, combined with cold temperatures, can induce hand-arm vibration syndrome.
That's so interesting because I work out with my drill in the cold all day long.
Yeah, it's characterized by recurrent episodes of white finger due to complete closure of your hand around that drill.
It's one of the symptoms I told you about earlier.
Yeah. So, there are actually some cool solutions that you can choose from. First, you can wear gloves made of cotton or leather, such as these, and they help reduce the transmission of vibrations from your drill to your hand. Although these aren't the best protection against vibration syndrome, but they will protect against the cold, cuts, and abrasions. Another flaw with this is they reduce your grip force, which is already compromised from the drill.
No, that's something that I already picked up on. I can't really grip the drill at that.
Yeah, exactly. However, you can try rubber dampers. These actually reduce vibrations by 65%.
Really interesting. And this is something I'll have to talk to my supervisors about because this seems like a really cost-effective way to reduce the effects of vibrations felt in the workplace, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Now you understand the health effects that can result from hand-arm vibrations. Did you have any other questions?
Well, you did say this was only vascular abnormalities. I'm guessing that neurological abnormalities would be the loss of sensation or feeling I have in my hand, and musculoskeletal abnormalities would be like the pain I feel in my elbow joint from carrying around a vibrating drill all day.
Yeah, you have that totally right.
And other questions I have. Well, aside from working with the drill all day, I do sit in a big vehicle, like a Bobcat all day, and I notice that my vibrations aren't really felt in my hand. I kind of feel them all over.
Well, that's called whole body vibration. Oh, great segue. Actually, the second type of workplace vibrations are classified as whole body vibrations.
Whole body vibrations refer to vibrations
Who put the teleprompter in caps?
Oh,
You know he'll read anything off that thing.
sorry, folks. Whole body vibrations refer to vibrations that are transferred to the body as a whole, usually through a supporting system such as a seat or a platform.
Well, we'll send it back to Brianna Fantana to expand on these whole body vibrations. Workers like Brick here who operate heavy machinery are exposed to whole body vibrations.
And I can understand how these types of jobs can cause the symptoms that I have because I'm usually fatigued, I experience stomach troubles, and I usually have a headache and shake after a long day of riding my bobcat.
Other common symptoms include numbness and tingling in various locations of your body. All of these symptoms can actually be worsened with prolonged exposure to vibrations or even cold weather.
And I've done my research on some of the health effects of whole body vibrations that you did mention, and I found that daily exposure over a number of years can contribute to circulatory, bowel, respiratory, musculatory, and back disorders. And wow, those are a lot of symptoms that I did not know about.
Not only that, but whole body vibrations can ultimately affect your posture, dietary habits, and your quality of life can be reduced. So now that we have all this theoretical knowledge, let's go perform an actual ergonomic assessment in your bobcat.
My clearly souped up bobcat. I like to call her Lamp. I love Lamp.
Cool. All right. So we're going to use this document called the Guide for Evaluation of Human Exposure to Whole Body Vibration. It's divided into 3 sections, as you can see here: a reduced comfort boundary, a fatigue decreased proficiency boundary, and exposure limits. So go ahead and start driving.
You're just going to follow me around work today?
Exactly.
Cool.
So for a typical 8-hour job like this, a severe discomfort boundary is classified by 0.1 and 0.63 hertz.
And how do you measure that?
Well, I found this accelerometer here.
That's not an accelerometer, Ron. Nice try.
And moving on.
I had no idea drilling and riding could do all that damage. I mean, I've done my fair share of drilling and riding, right, Veronica? But does that mean I've contracted vibration syndrome?
Actually, Ron, it is quite difficult to diagnose vibration syndrome because the disease progresses for years before symptoms are present, and there is no objective or clinical test to determine it.
However, when an ergonomist goes on site like Brianna Fantana and I did with Brick, they can use a couple classification scales to determine the severity of the hand-arm vibrations, such as the Taylor-Paler method or the Stockholm Workshop Scale. I love ergonomics!
Companies must analyze the risk factors faced by employees who use vibrating tools, equipment, and vehicles. Many Canadian jurisdictions do not have regulations concerning vibration exposure. However, it is prudent to reduce the level of exposure as much as possible, since vibration causes ill health effects. Employers can do this by doing 2 things. 1, we can teach safe work practices, and 2, they can educate their employees.
First, safe work practices include wearing sufficient clothing, such as gloves to keep your hands warm, avoiding continuous exposure by taking rest periods, consulting a doctor at the first signs of vibration disease, and asking about the possibility of changing to a job with less exposure. Second, employee education should include training programs that are effective at heightening the awareness of hand-arm vibration syndrome. And also, employers, you got to make sure you don't forget about noise control, because these vibrating machines are quite loud.
Wow, Ron, you really seem to know your stuff.
You know, Veronica, I'm not just a pretty face, and I did read this in a book.
You know, recently Veronica hasn't really taken me seriously, and I've always been one to speak my mind, and I can't stand being laughed at. Could you teach me something about vibrations?
Well, Ron, for those who have vibration syndrome, you first have to control the symptoms. You can use medication to control vasospasms. You can also reduce the grip force around your tools.
Wow, that's fascinating. But you know, I'd like to learn a little bit more about whole body vibrations.
Well, you can actually limit the time workers spend on vibrating surfaces or isolate those vibrating surfaces to reduce exposure. You can also ensure equipment is well maintained to avoid excessive vibration.
That is also fascinating. Would you like to go to dinner with me?
Yeah, of course.
Fantastic.
I knew you didn't own a book.
Well, I think that's all the time we have today. And you know what? We learned a lot today about workplace vibrations. And on behalf of all of us here at Channel 69 News, I'm Ron Burgundy. You stay classy, London.
And I'm Veronica Corningstone. Thanks for stopping by.
But mainly stay classy.
Thanks for stopping by.
Stay classy.
But thanks for stopping by. And construct. Oh, I got that already. Kind of vibrations. Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. I can't look at you. So it's me looking down.
It's really.
It's okay.
On behalf of god. It's the time we have today, and I think we all, I had no idea. Drilling,
It's okay.
On behalf of, my god. Leaves her hanging right before the cliff. Bolt, you were wearing your new furs.
Not again.
Great. It's great.
Oh my god.
Your stupid mustache.
So interesting. I really no.
That wasn't bad though.
That's
But
pretty
okay,
good.
experienced stomach trouble.
Can we just change the feeling? Numbness, tingling, and tingling and very. I don't.
The most unslick thing I could do.
Oh, come on. Oh man. PG-13, please.